Patrick, y'all good? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I've got 7 p.m. We will call to order the public hearing portion of the agenda tonight. We have a pretty full agenda, so we're going to try to be expedient and efficient with time. But this public hearing is going to be for Beard Land Ventures, general location, Main Street in South Silver. I've got a script that I read pretty much for every public hearing in case, for those of y'all that heard it before, I apologize. But, my name is Trey White. I am the chairman for the City of Vilonia Planning Commission. The purpose of this public hearing meeting tonight is to obtain citizen comments on the proposed development that is being presented. We are holding this public hearing as mentioned in section 3.2.2 of our City of Vilonia Control of Development and Subdivision of Land Regulations. That document can be found on the city website under the Planning Commission tab. Before we get started, I would like to give a brief overview on how we intend for this public hearing portion of the meeting to flow, and then we'll go from there. First, we'll have the presentation by the developer, Mr. Beard, and the dialogue between the developer and the Planning Commission or the general public will be minimal. We really like for it to be none, honestly, just so we can get through the evening. But allow them to present the concept of what they have going on or what they're thinking there at their location. After the developer presentation is completed, then we'll open the floor for public comments, questions, concerns. And there are a few rules that we like to follow for the public comment time. We'd ask that all public comment speakers that come up to the mic and state their name and address and confirm whether or not they are a resident of the City of Vilonia. We would ask that each speaker keep their time to 2 to 3 minutes. And then we also ask, because from time to time we do have contentious things that come before us, but please be courteous and considerate with your language and actions. We understand that there may be differing opinions on a particular development. However, unruly behavior is prohibited. And then after the public comment time is completed, we will then offer the developer the opportunity for any closing comments. A lot of times how that flows is they present it, general public comes in, has questions, say, I wonder how they're handling this, or why they're doing this. And there's really no dialogue between the presenter, the developer, and the public. And so we allow that developer to come back up at the end to try to answer any of those questions. Okay? We're addressing these comments. After the closing comments by the developer, then we will adjourn the public hearing portion of the meeting. We will then transition, possibly after a short break, but generally we just transition right into the regularly scheduled planning commission meeting. Always, just please note that we're having this public hearing prior to the planning commission meeting so that the planning commissioners can take all comments into consideration when we actually go into our formal agenda. Okay? All right, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Beard, if you don't mind, could just come up here and just give us an overview of what you're thinking, location, things of that nature. You're playing it? I believe so.
Speak to you guys?
Yeah. You can speak.
My name is Jody Beard. I own Beard Land Ventures. The land I own is on the corner of South Coker Street and Highway 64. Proposing to possibly put in a food court for the community and also a fitness center on another portion of the land. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah. Do we have anyone that has any comments or questions regarding the development at this time? If you do, please come up to the mic and state your name. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Good.
I don't need that like that high.
I understand.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I don't think that, my ex-Frank had one, I live at 8 Wheeler Circle. This is gonna be, right across the street from my front door, roundabout way. I just have some interesting, it sparks some curiosity, the food court, the food truck court kind of intrigues a lot of people, but I haven't seen too many of those work in Conway. There's one you pass on the left at the bottom of Squirrel Hill, most people don't even know it's there. Gym, is this gonna be like the McGee Center or a fitness center where people work out? I don't do surveys, I don't know the need for it. I'm sure there's market surveys goes in. People don't just go out and build things. What really concerns me is when the new wears off 4 or 5 years from now, is there just gonna be an empty building there? Is it gonna morph into something else? Is this a bait and switch that we're just not aware of? That's the only concern I really have. I don't want it to be a gym this week, and I didn't plan on living here as long as I did, but I moved here in 2006. I don't want my grandkids to inherit my house and there be a meat processing thing across the street, salvage yard or something. Is it always gonna be a gym? Is there long-term commitments for the food trucks, or is this just a?
Okay.
And, I've talked to some other neighbors that couldn't be here and they act like, that's pretty good questions. Let me know what they say, so.
Okay. Thank you. You said it was Adelman, is that right?
8180. Yeah, hey, old man, yes.
Thank you. Hello, sir.
Hello, my name is D. Cash. I'm a resident of Vilonia. I live in Quail Hollow subdivision on 17 Wheeler Street.
Okay.
Our big concern is going to be that was the drainage. It's bad drainage in the area. And my property back back to my property back up in the wooded area, trying to strip along the highway and stuff. And that's always wet and swampy. Because we just want to do what they're going to do that to run off and how that's going to be controlled. That area is always wet. And, that being developed and stuff and construction stuff, that's our biggest concern, run off and to increase traffic, to be on the subdivision out across the highway and then, we talked about putting the food court, stuff like that, the gym and stuff, what about parking, getting in and off, coming off the Coker, getting on the highway, and all that, traffic concerns. And to maintain the drainage and all that.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Hello, sir.
I'm Dwight Shields, 4 Weaver Circle. We've moved there since about Thanksgiving of '95. I think we were about the 5th family to move into Quail Hollow. So it's home. It's our home. I would like to verify that the Planning Commission did receive about a 4-page letter from one of our neighbors who's not able to be here tonight. I think they did an outstanding job of addressing several things that we would just like these things addressed before y'all have the approval process done. Like he mentioned, drainage, that's one of the things. As you know, we've got a ditch that flows through Quail Hollow there that drains a lot of the property around. If you start putting asphalt and concrete out, you know what happens then. Nothing soaks in, it all runs off. So that's one of the very big concerns that I've got. The food trucks, are they gonna have dumpsters? Are they gonna draw animals? Is there gonna be some woods still left over there for raccoons and possums and that kind of thing to live? Are they gonna come over and get into the dumpster? So I think all those things are pretty much addressed in that letter. And you did verify that the Planning Commission did get that letter.
Right here.
Yes.
I didn't bring the hard copy with me.
From Dan and Jody Jenna?
I got it.
Good, okay, good. I didn't, I want to make sure that y'all did get a copy of that.
You bet.
I guess that's all that I've got. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you mind stating your name again?
Dwight Shields?
Dwight Shield. All right, appreciate you, Mr. Shield.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? On that? All right. Mr. Beard, would you like to have any follow-up comments or any questions that were brought up at this time?
Yes, sir, I'll keep it simple.
Okay.
To address the concerns on the drainage and what it's gonna do to the neighborhood, I mean, this will have to go, we'll have engineered drawings with someone that's very familiar with the land and the area that even the planning commission's familiar with. So we won't be really allowed to let anything affect the neighborhood. That's the biggest concern. With the food truck thing, it's gonna localize a place that people can go instead of bouncing around, and we're gonna try to keep it cleaner and neater and just look a little more like a community thing versus one here in someone's backyard, one over here in some other spot. So there's a lot of concerns and stuff, but I'd just say, like, we're not gonna cut corners on this. This is gonna try to look like a newer development area for Vilonia to make that neighborhood look nice, and also the one going across the street from it, and just try to bring value to the town and make this place better.
Thank you. All right, we will close the public hearing portion. I have a 7:11. Appreciate the comments. Does anybody oppose us transitioning directly into the planning commission meeting? All right. We will call to order the planning commission portion at 7:12 p.m. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the June 25th meeting. If there's any comments, or I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Ryan. Have a second from Todd. Any comments or corrections that need to be addressed? If not, all those in favor of approving the minutes as presented from the June 26th meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Okay. We will transition right into new business. The first item of business is the Beard Land Adventures. And so, Mr. Beard, if you don't mind. So, I'm going to, we all received a letter from Trey Foster with his comments in regards to the Beard development. I don't know if you've seen those comments. Okay. And we can get you a copy of those.
Okay.
My understanding is, and I kind of confirmed this with Trey, if we'll reference back to section 3.1 of the development control document. I'm going to turn over here to it real quick. There is as part of our development documents here in Vilonia, we are, developers allowed to do what we call a pre-application consideration, right? And so they can come before the planning commission, ask questions, get feedback before they actually spend the dollars to go get all the engineered drawings. We obviously don't have engineered drawings for a site plan review, so this is more of what, when I was talking to Trey Foster, more of what we would consider to be a pre-application consideration. Does anybody have any comment, whether yay or nay, as far as that's concerned? All right. And you want them?
That's a good one.
Right. And so with that, that means, the short of that, and I think you realize this, you'll be coming back to us with engineered drawings of the full site plan developed, and maybe, I know one of Trey's comments was subdivided plat, just as far as showing different properties. We've had other developers come in we run into issues, there was discussion in our development codes regarding having more than one building on a single piece of property. We were not supposed to do that, and so each building will stay its own platted out piece of property. And so, so that's just one comment. The drainage obviously is a big thing that we were pretty strict on, I would say, stringent on, as far as having a drainage study done, because just like the resident said, we're trying to keep that right. And then you alluded to it as well, so I'm just going to understand. Okay. I'll quit talking. Somebody else want to chime in as far as that goes? Any feedback from Mr. Beard? You want? Yeah. We'll give you this copy, but I don't know, Jay, may want to give you a formal copy from the city if you want. Just be sure you got it. Okay. You bet. Any comments?
Do we have, as far as with buffer zone in between the subdivision, is that actually in our?
So this will be in the highway mixed use zoning, right?
Right.
And so I'm assuming there'll be setbacks within whatever that would be.
So on, for example, you kind of got your food truck area right there, it goes all the way back, there would be somewhat of a buffer zone there.
Yes, sir.
Where you won't be all the way back against the property. And that would give great consideration to the neighbors.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So just kind of, how do you anticipate, you know, you mentioned the gym. Is the gym going to be a single building, or is that kind of a multi-tenant building where you'll have like a gym in one tenant space and then something else in another space, or?
No, right now it's just gonna be a standalone for that.
Standalone building.
I'm gonna survey out an acre and a half for that. And it'll all be in engineering plans. So I'm gonna put a road between it, leave some open areas for potential other buildings that I'll lot out as well. And then section for the food truck court and so.
And then obviously comments which I can totally understand, you know, talking about food waste and things of that nature. That would be, I guess, part of, I know it's been a discussion, the member for the planning commission before, how do we handle food trucks, things of that nature. There's been discussion on food courts, but you know, for the most part, it's just been individual food trucks that have kind of popped up here and there, right? So, I don't know if there's, I don't know if we don't really have a zoning for a food truck court as of right now. Well, there's been some discussion past. We were talking about other codes that might be adopted or looked at, so that'll be something maybe we have to consider from the planning commission side. All right. All your parking and stuff like that would just be part of your design plan that would be developed at that time. Okay. What questions would you have of us? Do you have any at this time?
No, I mean, I'm just here to see, make sure I'm not gonna have much kickback before I spend a lot of money in engineering and stuff like that, you know, so I can get moving with this. The only other question I have is, I'm gonna have the engineer do it all together, so it's like one, I guess we'd say a fee for me, but can I present it like the food truck court separate in the gym, as long as it has all the correct paperwork and diagram and layout of the site plan and everything else at one time versus engineering all of it together.
So you're, like, if you, for example, you own however much property there and you subdivide it into however many parcels, and then you're wanting to develop this parcel first.
Correct.
You want to bring that before us. It's not like you gotta bring every parcel.
Yes, sir. Like in phases, that's, yes. The gym's gonna take a little more planning and developing and everything than say what the food truck court's gonna start out with, so I'm ready to go now as long as I get permission, I guess, per se, and the drawings and everything you guys need to grant me permission to do it, so.
And I think once it's replatted, we can run each phase.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that.
As long as the road being done complete.
The food truck has an entrance off Coker.
Right, I understand. So are you planning for just the entry off of 64 for the gym at the moment, or are you going to go ahead and build the road all the way through?
To start with the gym, I'm still in the air about that.
Okay.
But I'm saying like for the food truck, there won't be, but the
So
entrance.
if you had it broken into the parcels and everything else, that's fine, but the road would need to be shown.
Right.
In your parcel.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's something.
What I do not want, and I'm just gonna speak straight line, as far as that goes, what I would not want to do is communicate to you, oh yeah, you're good to go.
Correct.
Because I haven't seen any drawings, other than just kind of a preliminary concept, is what I would say, right? And so, it's hard for me to, with any sense of accuracy, to say, oh yeah, you're good.
Right.
Or, no, I think you need to do this, or whatever else, right?
Right.
And so, taking it from that concept phase, I know it's kind of a big leap when you're a developer, if you're spending the cash and the dollars, what are they gonna tell me? But I don't want to communicate as far as, oh yeah, you're good to go.
Right.
If that makes sense. What I'm saying.
Does.
Yeah, comment.
I think right there with you, from a highway mixed use standpoint, you're right on par with what you want to do. But again, we're gonna have to see more along the way and everything separated out, how you want to do it. And then there'll be a lot more to the gym and the expansion property, what you want to do, just real specific and what you want to do moving forward. And I think that'll give us a better foothold. But as far as highway mixed use, you're right there where you're supposed to be.
The only thing I'd like to do is either you can read it or I'll read it or somebody read it. Just this for the comment for the nice people that showed up tonight.
As
What
far
we
as-
gave him that he has to do, so y'all know, this is our city engineer, Trey Foster, has written what he has to do before we can go any further.
Right,
You
and,
wanna read it?
yeah, I can. In that way, and not only this is to satisfy Trey Foster, this doesn't mean that he satisfies this, he satisfies the planning commission, right?
Correct.
This is part of satisfying, so,
And right now, he's not asking for any variances or anything, but we won't know that till we get the actual plan. We ain't seen it either.
right. So,
It's just conception.
and so, there were three, sections that Trey Foster alluded to. The first one is the site plan, and, comment one, was preliminary site plan. Based on the information provided, it appears that the property should be replatted to accommodate the multiple facilities being proposed. Part B of that, Trey Foster's will proposed access drive be private or public? If public, roadway shall meet the city of Vilonia requirements. And we goes to number two, as far as the second point of the site plan, types of development. Gym and food truck, property lies within the highway mixed use zone. Highway mixed use definition does not specifically mention the types of facilities being proposed for this location, but seems reasonable based on existing similar facilities within the highway mixed use zone. Point three, with under site plan, replat, property should be replatted into parcels for each proposed business, and plat should include all setback requirements. Second section is drainage and utilities. Point number one, site is currently undeveloped. Any new development shall be engineered and include hydraulic analysis for post-development runoff. Post-development runoff shall not exceed pre-development runoff. Point number two, drainage and utility plans shall be incorporated and identify connection point to existing facilities. Point number three, developer shall submit water plans to the Vilonia Waterworks Association and sewer plans to the Vilonia Sewer Department for review. Once approved by the Water and Sewer Departments, developer shall submit Arkansas Department of Health for final approval. Arkansas Department of Health approval shall be provided prior to start of construction of water and/or sewer utilities. Specification review. None, there wasn't specs provided at this time, but it's pre-app.
Yeah. I think that's good enough. I hope that answers some of the questions.
One of the things that I know has come up just in my experience with the work that we do is how do you handle, power, how do you handle utilities with the food trucks? That's the first one you're going to actually set up. What does that look like? What are you trying to provide water to each food truck? Are you not? Are you providing a sewer hookup or are you not? Right. So all that would have to be found out as far as those concerned.
Yeah, I'll met with the state to get the requirements.
Okay.
I'll get it all to you guys.
Okay. Other comments? Okay. All right, any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. We will, I think we're good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right. We will go to the second item of business. Thank you. Angie's Cove, variance.
Mr. Chairman, I got thrown under the bus at the last second, but I'm good at getting ran over.
So, real quick, section 5.8 of our controlled development document is the one that addresses variances. And so it's, we need to reference back to that as far as that's concerned. All right. And then, within the variance guidelines, the mobile home park is section 5.1.5, 5.1.5.3 of our zoning regulations. Okay.
And I want to apologize to the commission. We've not had time, the staff and I. There's 3 places here in town that are designated manufactured housing facilities. One is on Baker Street, the Linda Lane area is designated as such. And this was designated as well. I think there's been a park there, I guess, since the 60s.
I can remember it was
Yeah.
in there.
So, we've had numerous.
This is a trailer park.
Yeah, we've had numerous discussions. I know I've called Trey many times. It was an existing use. They've done got the old ones out. There was approximately about 30 here at one time from what I can see. It was a grown up mess. I did go down there and measure the setbacks on the old ones, about 2 to 3 foot. And he is asking, Triple H Land Development is asking for a variance on that. The city is gonna have to eventually set up if you'll read the code, they're supposed to have a zoning assessment review board that would handle variances and stuff. They've never set one up, they're probably gonna have to do that. Of course, everything will have to be brand new. And always remember, in the city limits, anybody can apply for a hardship. I know y'all had several of those cases where they could put a manufactured home in if it's 5 years or more. But he is using Aaron Robertson with Bond Engineering. We've done had several meetings with them down there. We've just not had time to really break y'all on it because it was an existing use. And basically that's about it. I will say that I think the town should be pleased it's cleaned up. It was quite a mess. So, there are 3 of those places in town that were grandfathered in. The individuals on Baker Street here a while back wanted to put some more in, and they wanted to put used in, and no, you can't do that. So they're looking at putting some more in as well. But they'll have to be new, and they'll have to have an engineer and everything. But I'm kind of pinch hitting on that. But that's been ongoing for about 6 months, and I apologize. Like I said, I visited with the chairman and Trey Foster and the attorney and everything else. But it was an existing use.
I know they submitted that letter, I believe, as far as what they're actually requesting. Did everybody get a copy of that? No, that's the bond up here.
Yeah, and they sent it to me. They should have sent it to y'all.
Okay. Yeah. Right, so it says that we are requesting a variance on the 25-foot rear yard setback around the perimeter property. We are requesting this be changed from 25 feet to 15 feet, outlined within this our reason. Okay?
The only comment I have to say is, I've not seen an address on anything. Any of this had an address that I could find on any of my paperwork. And I actually Googled, Angie's Code.
They did.
It didn't show up.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see an address or something on the paperwork that actually where it is.
Yeah, I'll have to get with the county 911. I don't know. I guess they.
I know where it is, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, Lusty Lane.
Right. But I'm not seeing an address.
He did.
Unless I missed it. Now, I could have missed it. On any of the paperwork. I'm not seeing an address.
I can see that gets done, I'll get the county in. Like I said, I'm pinching on this, they had a family emergency.
I'd go along with that.
You don't need the address.
I would know, verify that, and there may be one out there as well.
There's got to be one somewhere, but I mean, nothing
Sure.
that I could find.
Yeah, they changed that name on that, I guess it's been about two months.
I Googled it
Yeah,
and I couldn't find it.
I can't answer
It
for the
didn't show
county,
up.
but I know somebody that
And I'm not
can.
good at that, I'm not perfect with that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
So
I remember it was.
so are we thinking that we're gonna want like a revised site plan to reference the address on that site plan? You know, like, or, and I say, site plan, document that's kind of a graphical site plan.
That way,
Or are you just,
we move forward as long as we get it
right,
on something.
I understand.
The aerial map is all we have.
right? Because it's only, so they're just asking for the variance, so I don't know how we want, what's the actual physical, how do we want it? I'm sorry, I'm not.
Jimmy Huffman, my fire chief code enforcement.
There you go.
Is bringing,
That's what it shows us in Google, man.
Well, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I believe you, man.
Yeah, sure.
But we still need it on paper.
Yeah, I did print that for you tonight.
Well, I mean, on the written, on when we file it.
and we went back and forth, Mr. White, or Chairman White and I did, because it was replacing old units with new units, it is kind of a hybrid situation. Like I said, you've got these other three places, they would fall under the same rules if they wanted to bring new ones into its existing use.
So are you saying that the mobile homes that were there before, you said they only had a 2 to 3 foot setback
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
in that same,
Yeah,
The
they-
rear yard?
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty rough.
and that would have been before the
Yeah.
zoning
That was-
requirements were passed?
Yeah.
And now they're wanting a 15 foot
Yeah.
variance, I mean, a 15 foot setback rather than the 25 that is required.
Yes. Any comments or any?
You do think maybe we'll get with 911 if you can.
Sure. Any thoughts, yea or nay? Variance, 15?
I'll make a motion, we'll grant variance
Okay.
per address on something.
Okay, so we have to, revise a letter from the civil engineer that's requesting variance. You good with that?
Yes.
Okay. We will, so we have motion to, grant the variance pending a revised letter from the civil engineer requesting the variance.
That would include 911 addresses.
Okay.
I'll second that.
We have a second from Ron. Okay, any further comment? Not all those in favor of granting the variance as requested pending the a revised letter from the civil engineer that's going to identify the 911 address and physical address. All those in favor of granting the variance, please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? And there are none. Okay. Cypress Commons site plan. Hey John, how are you?
Good, thank you.
All right, so give us a little bit of guidance here on what we see here.
Absolutely. My name is John Rogers. I own the land between Subway on Main Street, between Subway and Taco Bell. So it's an L shape. 84 feet of highway frontage, and then it backs, that's an L, and behind Taco Bell. So, about 18 months ago, came before Planning Commission, we got a unanimously approved site plan for a commercial building, exactly where we show us on the site plan before you. So we were approved that, and it's a flex building. We're looking for tenants for it, and so that's on record. And then also we had, at that time, we had proposed on the site plan, a landscape supply yard. So anyways, before you is an amendment to that site plan, that approved site plan. We want to do a food court. So I'm here with General Counsel and Architect Kim Williams. So she keeps me straight on setbacks and appropriate use in the zone that we are as a town center. So she's our architect.
So one of the things that we're asking for with this project is a proposed 5-foot setback. That way we can have a large 10-foot sidewalk going all the way around the building.
That's what I'd seen there was a 5-foot on the west side, is that
Yes.
right? And that was, and we normally have, I think the regulations say 10, so you're looking for a variance for that 5.
Correct.
Okay. So what we received in the email was a little bit different than what I have here in front, so we need to go off of what we saw there in the email, more or less. Is that kind of what we're thinking?
It should be the same. This is just a survey.
Okay. Gotcha. So you're doing the food court, green area down below, is that what we're doing?
Correct. Right along the creek there. Yes, sir.
Proposed green space with pet pedestrians and food trucks.
And then we're exceeding our parking count,
38 or so,
28.
plus 8 food court trailer spots.
8. Do you think we power to those, or how are you looking at those as far as
Yeah.
utilities are concerned?
There's a transformer close to Taco Bell, and it's sized for us, so it's got a spare conduit, it's ready. Plug and play.
You doing any water or sewer to any of those?
We'll have to submit detailed plans to the health department.
I've seen them different ways, so I was just kind of curious if you're doing any water sewer, but all I think. Wait, as far as lighting, just typical parking lot lighting, is that kind of what y'all are thinking as far as that goes?
Downcast shielded, yes. We'll probably copy Taco Bell and what they did with their poles, heights and such, so they're all flow together.
So are you thinking you're trying to develop a parking lot and a food truck first in the building, or is the building, is it all kind of developing all at once, or do you really know?
I mean, we're proposing all at once, the market will push us to, if we do one or the other first.
Okay.
So we've got the driveway built and the sidewalk.
Regarding the request for the variance for the setback, what about the potential need for, like deliveries to the back of that building or a vehicle to be able to go behind the building? Is there concern about that?
There is, we looked at that, so the health department says that you, or the fire department says that you have to have, be able to get within 150 feet of any point of that building. And so we can do that, and we can have a fire truck come to the back or the front. So we're gonna implement cross access there at Subway, so that's helpful for all those scenarios. And emergency scenarios. But we want the variance so we can have a grand sidewalk. And so we still have, I think it's 24-foot wide road, so it's quite, it's wide enough. I think 20 was the minimum, but we were able to do 24.
For the drive between the building and where the Taco Bell parking
Yes,
lot
ma'am.
is.
Any other comments?
Is there any plans for detention and retention for this increased pervious surface out there?
We're gonna have a buffer area between us and the creek, so it'll have attenuation through that. There's also a large grass swell between our property line and Taco Bell. It's a common drainage. It's a drainage easement actually, and we'll be in that, so we'll get good attenuation.
You built the side that we're talking about, didn't you?
Correct.
Yeah. So you have an idea of what's going on right there?
Yes, yeah, the big deal is the floodplain right in the back, so we're gonna be sensitive to that.
Yeah, I really figured that's gonna throw up weeds and bushes. I'd like to see anything in there on that creek, because it ain't fit for much.
We try to cut into it,
Yeah.
the vegetation is pretty thick.
Yeah, yeah. And that ditch moves a lot of water too, at times, a lot of water.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? Anybody want to step out and make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Okay.
We accept the variance for 5 feet, that's what Kim?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second Mr. Coker's motion.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? But we already have a site plan.
That's what I was gonna say, is this motion just to approve the variance, and then we're gonna look at the site plan separately, or is this all encompassing?
So it's a revised site plan, right? And more or less, because we've already approved
This is approving the site plan with the variance.
with the variance, more or less. Way I look at it.
We did like a year ago or something.
March 25.
Whatever. You remember that.
So that your continuous.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want me to redo it, I'll redo it to include the new site, however you
Well, I
want.
think just the main, should make sure we have it recorded as far as what you're thinking. I just want to speak for you. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so we got a motion from Mr. Coker, second from Mr. Ayers, to approve the site plan with the requested variance. Any final comments? If not, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Are there any opposed? There are none. Thank you. Okay. All right, last item of business is Cypress Crossing, the final plat. Yes, sir. So, the Trey Foster, his comments for the, final plat. He said no comments submitted, the final plat should be accepted and filed accordingly with all required entities.
And I've got copies here for everybody, for you guys and myself to sign.
And if you don't mind, catch us up as far as, I know, because this was phase one and kind of, where you at?
When we did the original preliminary, we didn't break it into phases.
Okay.
Well, now we're coming back, and we're breaking it into phases, and this is the first 69 lots of it.
Do you have any idea how many phases? Is it like 3 phases, 2, 6?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? Okay. So,
I've been no more than 3.
okay. And then phase 1, we have the final plat, and then y'all are continuing to work on phase 2, I guess, is that kind of what's going on? Okay.
And then you should have the covenants and restrictions in the HOA agreement for the entire place, that will encompass the entire property. And as we spoke before, you want a privacy fence or some kind of fence, every lot is 64, that's within those documents, and every house will be 4 sides of brick. I think it's Article 3, Section 2, and Section 5 is where that's at within that, because that's a really long document.
It was long.
Yeah.
I didn't read all of it, so I just caught the highlights there on it.
68 pages.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I would like to add that the staff and I would like to say that the inspections and everything have been done as that requested. The engineer and everything's been a pleasure to work with, and we've not had any issues. Everything's been very well constructed.
So, drainage study. Has that been completed, or where are we at as far as that?
Trey should have that.
Okay, we should have.
That has been submitted to him.
Okay.
And that come from a hydraulic engineer out of Memphis, I believe.
Okay.
So we sent all of it to him. He gave us the recommendations, we implemented those recommendations.
Okay.
I read the study. It was quite thorough.
Pretty, it was 100 pages.
Okay.
And according to that study, we should have the drainage of everything downstream.
Oh, I'd be appreciative of that.
According to the study, that's what it does.
Speaking from experience.
I'm not an engineer, I don't understand.
So we'll get finals for every phase, right? So we're
Correct.
approving phase-
Yeah, there'll
phase one.
be 2 or 3 more.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion to approve from Ryan. Second, to approve the final plat for phase 1 of Cypress Crossing. Questions, comments? Not. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Okay. I'll sign some documents whenever we
Just leave them here.
That'd be great.
There's just 4 copies.
Mr. Mayor, any final comments as far as that's concerned?
I just would like to say this may be, I don't know if we'll get to meet much more. As you know, I'll be riding off into the sunset January 1st. I just wanted to tell you what a pleasure it has been to work with y'all. We've had a lot of hard decisions that we've had to make together. I didn't know the chairman that well when I first started, and now we're good friends because we talk about it every day. But I just wanted to tell you what a pleasure it's been working and serving with y'all.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would also announce that I will be stepping down at the end of the calendar year. My wife and I, we have not left the school district, haven't left the zip code, but we have moved outside of the city limits. And with the planning area as it is, that forbids staying on the planning commission. So I committed to Preston to stay on till the end of the calendar year. And also, so anyway, I want to pass that along as well. All right. Anything else? If not, we will adjourn. I have 7:48 PM. Thank you. Appreciate your